What's up? It's Allie. Welcome back to the Rising Knight. When we last left off, we did Chapter 1. This is the Chapter 2 demo. I need to fuss with some stuff. Difficulty? I don't remember it having difficulty settings before. What is this? What? What? We're gonna leave it on normal? I don't know what that's about. We got chapters selects here. That's pretty good. So that means we can skip Chapter 1 because we saw it already. Or did a playthrough. I don't know if anything is different in Chapter 1. I'm going to trust that there isn't because it was kind of long to start with. I'm sure you want to skip to this chapter. By doing so, you may miss out on important context as well as any choice prompts contained within the previous chapter. Are you sure you'd like to continue? Not necessarily. Can I access my save files, actually? Do I still have those hanging around? I do. But what was what? I probably used this to follow Yuri's route in the very end. Let's load this one. Oh no. Couldn't find a place to stop rolling back. Perhaps the script changed in an incompatible way. It seems that way. I clicked ignore. Is it gonna work anyway? What's gonna happen? Or 1 minute into the mod, we've already broken it. Looks like the last house on the street. Alright, so we do have these things off. So we haven't seen this text before at the very least. I guess I'll just go until something's different, right? This looks like the last house on the street. It's a ways down the road. Hopefully they have at least seen a thing or two. I approach the house, relieved to see the lights on the side are on. With it being this late, I wouldn't want to be the one to wake anyone up. I take off my hat and step up onto the small porch. Looks like it's just taking us back to the game's start. This seems familiar. Dots. Dots. The distinct smell of tobacco greets me as the door opens, instinctively causing me to clear my throat. Standing in front of me is an older-looking woman who seems a little irritated at my presence. Yeah, I remember all of this. This is exceedingly familiar. I think we are going to turn on these things for a little bit, and we're just gonna skip. We're gonna skip until we get to Chapter 2. We know where Chapter 1 ended. It was with him beating up some dudes in like an alleyway and stuff, and that was something. But yeah, I guess that's going to be a little bit because Chapter 1 is like 4 hours. So how was your day? Mine was pretty good, actually. I went on and I had a plan and I stuck to it and I got a whole lot of stuff done. Not a whole lot, but a lot. I was doing some Pokemon battling earlier. I had no time. Oh yeah, this lady. She was like mean and she was a bully. See, this will be a good refresher for me because it's been a while since I played the first chapter. But anyway, I was battling online in Pokemon Sword. And I won some, I lost them. It was a pretty good time. Whenever I couldn't get them to load because my internet is garbage, or possibly Nintendo's internet is garbage, I would just hop on to Showdown and give it a little break. But fortunately, I didn't really get stuck for too long. So that was good. I got to fit into more battles. It's good stuff. Pay $3 a month for this, so you know I better get my money's worth. Anyway, before that, I was playing D&D online with some peeps. That was pretty great. We've got a little session going. We're doing Avernus, if you know what that is. And if you don't know what that is, oh well, it's a Baldur's Gate thing. There's your clue. Go look it up, I guess, if you can figure it. Like Baldur's Gate, you can probably figure out the name. And Avernus, you might be able to guess how it's spelled. The pronunciation is not that far off, but. Yes, it's been fun. I killed the guy with an axe. It was great. It was like our first boss fight, and I finished it. It was crazy. I rolled, well, like, the module we're using in Roll20, whenever you roll, it does 2 rolls, and you take the first one normally, but if it's with advantage or disadvantage, it just already has the 2 rolls right there for you. Both the rolls were 20. Oh my goodness. It was a nat 20. Regardless of, no matter what would have happened, it would have been a nat 20, and I just axed that guy from across the room with a hand axe, and he just straight up died. It was amazing. Epic conclusion to the session. But anyway, that's that. And like before that, what was I doing? I was like working on my comic. I've almost got the next page done. I was doing some shading. I still need to letter it, but I'll probably be able to like finish and post that. Maybe even tomorrow morning. How exciting. Nobody on this channel reads these comics as far as I know. I have very divided and separate pools of fans for the things I do. I could probably do more to unite that, considering using my Discord channel as more of a general my stuff channel, and like anyone who's curious to hang out there can be like, hey, whoa, Hallie makes things. And he does more than just Doki Doki, and it's all kind of esoteric and weird. Why am I here? I feel like that's the general sentiment, but you know, it doesn't feel right to make the Discord channel into like a generic Hallie place until I've at least finished Take Two. I just wish I knew how much more time it would take before I even got around to resuming progress on Take Two. But you know, once it's back in active development, I think it won't be so bad because I'll be sharing updates with people. I'll be releasing Act 7 in chunks. So people won't be waiting quite so long. It won't be quite so miserable. I haven't exactly been paying attention to what all is going on here, but I feel like we're not at the chapter thing yet. I feel like I would have noticed that. A lot has gone past, but I should probably keep a vigilant eye out, just in case. I don't remember those like ... emotes. Were those new? They seem new. See, if we didn't do all this skipping, we wouldn't have seen all these new emotes and things. It got even more anime. It became anime-er. Before I was working on the comic, what was that? What was I doing before that? Oh, I was playing Pokemon Heart Gold. I'm at the very end. I've almost finished up with all the stuff I want to do in it. But currently I'm bashing my head against the Elite Four to get more experience for my pokes. Not really making a sincere effort to defeat them. Like, today I had a team that was capable of handling the first 3 of them, but not the 4th one. I think Karen is the 4th one in Heart Gold, and she has this Weevil she leads with, and if I chose to lead with anything else, I could probably handle it. Like, as long as something got in there that could stomach one strong attack from that thing and just knock it out back, that would be fine. But like, 3/4 of the team was weak to ice or something, and it had like low kick for the rest of it or whatever. Point is, we couldn't get past that wheel, but it didn't matter because we were using like the amulet coin, so it would beat the first 3 guys and get our 45,000 Poke Dollars, and we'd call it good there. The minimal loss we pay to Karen for her wiping us was far offset by the amount we earned, as well as the cost of replenishing our healing items. So, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm looking forward to finishing Heart Gold, because then I need to get back into Pokemon Violet. I still have a bunch of stuff I need to finish there with like the DLC, and apparently I gotta pick. I'm gonna go with Yuri because I like Yuri. I gotta pick. Oh wait, no, I gotta complete the Kitakami Pokedex. I think it was, so that when I'm go to get Terra Shards, it's not 84 years to accomplish. Yes, these are the nerd things I do in my spare time. And before that, I was also working on my comic. I did 2 comic sessions today. Extra long ones, in fact, to make sure that I got in the time I needed to for the weekend. Because you see, I was slacking off a bit yesterday. I took a bit longer doing my weekly chores and buying some stuff online than I realized. And so, yeah, I had to compensate for the art time lost. And I'll actually be compensating for it all week. Oopsie. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you skip 2 hours of something you're supposed to do, and then you gotta do a half an hour there and half an hour here until it's all caught up again. How long have I been ranting about this? We are just... I told you this thing was like 4 hours long, dude. Hey, there's the protag that we named Hallie. His name should still be that. Because, yeah, in this circumstance, MC ended up being named Eli, and the other guy, Vigilante Man, he became Hallie. Yep. It's all coming back to me. Working at the pirate place. And then there was this back alley, and I think we're actually close to the end. If he kills some guy and starts walking off with him, yeah, then we'll know. It feels like 911. Oh, hold on. We cut it out a little too early. The song startled me. I don't remember that song either. I don't know what other changes they might have made. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. He wrecked them all. Yeah, and then he like kills this guy, and he's like, 911, I killed the guy. And they're like, wait, don't go. He's like, I'm going. And then chapter 2 begins. Probably. Yeah, here. I'm gonna stop right here because this is either there or close enough. Let's go. Click these back off. We'll return. I'm gonna first. Let me just delete all these old saves so they don't have any chance of interfering at all. Delete, and we'll save. Is it on save now? Yes, there we go. There's the answer, but blah 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 blah. Bye, can you say? And away we go. That is the end of chapter 1. We now can begin the mod sincerely. I hope you enjoyed this silly rant of nonsense. You can hear me, right? Yeah, it's late, I know. I truly am sorry about all this. If I could have done this at a better time, then I would have. Here, I want you to have this. I don't know who's talking right, reading the voice. It doesn't amount to much. It's just a drop in the bucket to all that I owe you. But that's not why I want you to have it. It can serve as a crutch. A guide for whenever you're in another difficult situation. I'm sure you already know I won't be here forever. And with the rumors that he's still around... No. I should know by now that you'd never fall under such influence. Until you're confident in your own self, you may use it however you like. I trust you'll use it well. I can vaguely see something in the dark here, but I might just be crazy. You're a good kid. You always have been. Oh, there's a word there. It was so tiny and grainy I couldn't really tell. 1 a.m.? 7:05 a.m. Wednesday. Look at this. We've got all these fancy new menus and things. How nice. And now on to the weather forecast. You can expect to see a lot of sunshine today with overcasts leading up to the weekend. Of course, it looks like we'll be seeing a fair amount of showers rolling in afterwards with the upcoming cold front along with the usual cooler temperatures. I turned off my phone to see it's none other than Sayori who's calling me. Wow, talk about perfect timing.
Hey!
Sup?
You're not still eating, are you?
Don't worry, I was just finishing up as you called.
Oh.
Why are you calling so early anyway?
Well, I'm waiting at our usual meeting spot.
Wait, already?
I happened to get up earlier than usual today.
You didn't happen to skip breakfast, did you?
What? Of course not.
You sure?
Yeah, sure. I even had time to make myself lunch for today.
Made? Wait, you mean you cooked it?
Of course.
Oh wow, Sayori cooking? That's not something I thought I'd ever hear from you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Could you just come out already?
Yeah, I'll be right out.
Okay, see you soon.
Sayori hangs up the call, allowing me to clean up after my morning breakfast and head out for the day. Yo, Sayori.
Hey, Eli.
Sayori doesn't say much as I approach her. She simply follows my lead as we make our way down the road, just like any other day. Unlike any other day, however, this continues on for the next few minutes, leaving me as the one to break the awkward silence. So, what's on the activity list for today, Miss Vice President? Right as I say that, I'm immediately reminded of what transpired during the last club meeting. Oh, right. I almost forgot about...
Do you think they'll be alright?
Natsuki and Yuri, right? She softly nods her head in response. I'll admit, they were way out of line yesterday. Like, way out of line. But, deep down, I know they still care for each other. I'm sure if we give them some time to think things over, they'll be able to make up in no time.
Are you sure? Their argument was pretty intense, almost like they were harboring those thoughts towards each other for a while. Almost like they haven't been friends since the last time this happened.
I see what you mean, but that doesn't mean they aren't friends. Yuri and Natsuki tend to hold strong opinions towards their own individual styles. But I'm not so sure that's the root of the problem.
What do you mean?
Well, doesn't it seem a little strange that they'd start such an argument over a poem's complexity? I can understand another small dispute, but by the end of there, it was like they were attacking one another. They're like complete opposites, right? I'd say the real problem between them is their inability to talk to each other.
You may be right,
If possible, I say we should talk to them separately.
but wouldn't it be better if they talked things out together?
Of course, but not right away. It took them a while before they felt comfortable sharing their poems with the club, and even now, they're still both extremely reserved. I have a feeling they'll both be more comfortable and more open about sharing their opinions if there's less pressure on them, you know?
Uh-huh.
I can still hear a hint of doubt in Siri's voice, but I think she understood my point. Besides, it's about time we changed topics anyway. The mood's been down ever since we started walking, and it shouldn't be much longer before we arrive at the school. So, did you really cook yourself breakfast today?
What? Of course I did.
But I thought your dad usually cooks for you, no?
Well, he's been working a lot more recently, so he hasn't exactly had the time. So we decided I could help out by taking over breakfast duty.
Oh, I see.
Oh hey, we're already at the school.
Siri points ahead, and sure enough, we're already just outside our school. Man, it really feels like time flies by sometimes, huh? As Siri and I approach the school gates, we wave each other goodbye and head our separate ways. That is, until I hear her call out to me from afar, just loud enough that it captures the attention of both myself and everyone else around us.
Hey, boy!
What's up, Sayori?
Could you tell Naga that I'll be late coming to lunch? Thank you.
Well, wait, can't you just... And she's gone. Jeez, Sayori was in such a rush to leave, it's like she forgot that texting is a thing. And judging by the fact that I'm still getting weird looks thrown at my direction, I could add privacy to that as well. I tilt my head downwards in hopes that the stares will subside and head inside to start my day. Come lunchtime, I breathe a sigh of relief. I've been starving for the past hour now, and spare no time rushing over to grab some grub. After picking up a meal big enough to feed 2 people, I seek out our usual spot, only to be met with an empty table. Whoop, I didn't mean to skip that. Text things. Now that I think about it, I suppose it would be odd if Yuri or Natsuki were to be here, given what happened, but where's Monica? And now that I think about it, I suppose it would be... wait, no. It was one step backward, then. Siri did say she was going to be late today. That's what I said before. It's always weird to me when comments that are in the text box out here have already entered the history when I click it. It's just a little odd. Oh, where's Monica? Oh, look, it even revealed, like, the last little bit that it wasn't clicked in yet. I sit around for a moment, taking pardon me. Don't know what happened there. I sit around for a moment, taking occasional bites out of my food, although no one seems to come. It's still pretty early. Maybe I could go check up on Hallie. I doubt he'll want to talk much, but hey, anything sounds better than sitting at a table alone right about now. Lunch in hand, I start making my way over to the corridors, checking around the courtyard in hopes to see one of the girls nearby. Of course, this proves to be to no avail, or so I thought. A group of students move away, and I can vaguely spot a familiar figure in the distance. Is that Natsuki? Sure enough, I can spot Natsuki sitting by one of the vending machines across the lunch area. I stand idly by for a second, admittedly unsure of how I should approach her. It didn't exactly go well the last time I tried to talk to her, so I suppose it's only natural to be cautious, I think. Slowly but surely, I start making my way over to her. However, several thoughts flood my mind, slowing my pace to a halt just a few meters away. Should I take some time to think things over first? If I approach her without a plan, I might just end up making things worse. No, what am I even thinking? I was the one who told Sayori that it'd be for the best to talk to each of them alone first. There's certainly no telling how she'll react, but I wouldn't be true to my word if I left now. With a newfound burst of confidence, I continue walking over to her. What? Name Nat K is not defined? What do you mean Nat K is not defined? That... what? Natsuki?
Huh? Eli?
Natsuki looks up at me with a shocked expression plastered across her face. Is everything alright? Her gaze averts from mine, focusing solely on the ground in front of her.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure? You seemed pretty upset yesterday. Would you mind if we talked about it? She continues to stay quiet, not letting out any sort of response. I use this opportunity to take a seat beside her. Another brief moment of silence looms between the two of us once more, as I gather the right words to say. So, between the two of you... Oh, gosh, we get choices. I feel the need to drop that. We might as well just drop it over this one. That's alright. Right. Return. Let's see. Will you be fine coming back to the club? What happened? Are you still friends? Let's hear her out. What happened?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing, Natsuki. That argument was way too intense to be nothing. Something came up between the two of you. That much is clear. But what isn't clear to me is why it escalated the way it did. Name Nat Q&A is not defined. I think loading and ignoring may have caused several variables not to save properly. Alright, I didn't want to have to do this, but I think I'm going to need to stop the recording, restart the new game properly, and skip back up to this point so that these variables are defined. I apologize, dear viewer, but it'll only be a moment for you. We'll be back soon.